Wake up. You were never supposed to see this. The system is failing. Buddy, you are about to witness contains commentary, theories, and speculative ideas intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only.
Well. Look what we have here. It's a drone docking station for Chick-fil-A.
I'll tell you what I think of what we've got coming, peeps. I think we got like a Demolition Man crossed with Terminator, dystopian future on the way, and you can visualize it. You can literally see it. These drones are going to be everywhere, doing everything. They're probably going to be armed at some point in the future. It ain't good.
This is what you're going to see all over the country soon. For when they put us on the martial law. And everybody's got to stay home. This is what's going to deliver your food and your groceries. You stay home and you watch that TV, you big dummy. Yeah, the TV.
Yeah, watch that television. Martial law. What is martial law? It doesn't sound good. I'm sure I've looked into it before. Does anybody else like watch stuff or do stuff, but then completely forget about it? And that's what I do quite a lot. Like, I'll watch a box set 5 years on and I won't remember any of it, which is good because you get to watch a good box set sometimes and so you can rewatch it. For instance, Better Call Saul. Couldn't remember any of that. Rewatched it. It was amazing. But I had watched it all before. But the same thing, like I've looked into martial law before and I can't really remember what it is. I wonder if it's just being erased from my memory. But yeah, it don't sound good. If anybody knows, please let me know. Because I can't be bothered to research it.
80 inches is only $300. They'd give them away for free, but that'd be too obvious. Is that drone station over there for Chick-fil-A?
No.
What's it for?
I think at the moment Wendy's uses that one, but also I think Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah.
Wow.
All you need to do is put arm them things, and we're in trouble.
Here are all these UFOs in the same spot at the same time.
Hey Mo,
It ain't UFOs. It's like 4D shadows from outside the firmament or something. I think there's something going on, and we're just seeing the shadows. That's what I genuinely starting to believe on this. This video and other videos alike is everywhere at the moment.
Oh, I'm not motherfucking tripping.
That's a lot
That's
of
a motherfucker.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck going on in the sky? By law, I know I'm not tripping. What the fuck? Some motherfucking spaceship.
What is going on in this guy's city?
This ain't no AI neither.
It looks like it's traveling in line. Like it looks like a traveling device. Some 4D travel, and we're just seeing the lights off it, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's some intergalactic space train going off to a different galaxy. And I bet some quantum entanglement is involved in there somewhere too.
We in the middle of the city, yeah.
How is this not on the news?
The fuck?
Stay weird.
What's the biggest conspiracy theory that you believe in?
It's a great question. That one about Avril Lavigne. Everyone knows Avril died in 2004.
Yeah, this isn't her on tour right now.
No. She's had multiple body doubles. Same with Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin, too.
He's got multiple plastic surgery people that go in and do different stuff. So, yeah.
Which one are you more confident about? Putin or Avril Lavigne?
I'm going to go with Avril on this one.
Yeah. What's your favorite song by Avril Lavigne?
Definitely Skater Boy. I made a cover at one point called Scooter Boy, and I'm a big fan.
And then a skater boy, I said, see you later. Something like that, isn't it?
It's insane how these days stuff like this just happens, have no explanation, and then everyone just moves on and completely forgets about it. Do you guys remember when this guy on Fox News was clearly wearing a mask? But if you said he was, you were just a crazy conspiracy theorist. Well, they actually had a follow-up interview with the original guy, and his response honestly just made it even worse. We've all seen the rumors of celebrities and influential figures appearing to wear masks live on camera. One of the most famous being former President Joe Biden, who looked pretty masky quite a few times, which, what even happened to that guy? The truth is, the technology is there. We have silicone masks that are nearly identical to real human faces, so it is technically possible to pull off. Well, Fox News recently had retired Navy SEAL Robert Harward on talking about the war in Iran, and well, the bottom of his neck very visibly exposed what appears to be the edge of a mask. Some people even making comparisons of this recent appearance to how he normally looks, and the difference is...
Yeah, 100%. These are wearing masks. I don't know if it's just the same people wearing a mask of their face, and so it looks less wrinkly or what. I don't know. But that it's clearly a mask. John Travolta was doing the same thing. He's wearing masks. He turned up to one of his reunion things, and everybody else looks about 140 years old, and he looks like he's literally just did the Grease film. Like, it was just crazy. This is as simple as it is, but I think they're just trying to tell us now that this is what we've been watching, is just people putting on masks, and there's probably like one or a few celebrities that are playing the same characters. Either that, or I don't know. It could be a lot more nefarious, where it's actually a reptilian head or an alien head inside, and they're just wearing human masks. I don't know. At the moment, I'm going to go with just human people wearing human masks to look younger, maybe. I don't know. But then you've got some really weird stuff going on as well, where celebrities look a lot different, like just look a lot different, a lot younger, for instance. But I'm putting that in the fact that could just be AI being tested on the public, because I heard a rumor, and it's just a rumor, that the Kardashians, back when they started their show, was given AI to test on the world to see what they made of the reality show. So that's all it could be. But why, I have no idea. I think there's someone nefarious definitely controlling the population for sure. And the way they do it is by making sure that nobody can make more than enough money to not have to rely on a few individual people that controls the monopoly. You know what I mean? It's not a big secret. Everybody knows, they own both sides of, politics. It's both sides. They own it all. So you can't really vote for anybody in. It's the same as drinks, unless you've got Pepsi and Coke. If you find something bad out about Coke and then they go over to Pepsi, it probably don't matter, because I bet if you follow the paper trail, it's all owned by the same type of people at the top anyway. And they squeeze the blood out of the 99% of the population.
Night and day. His face just looks incredibly stiff, he doesn't blink at all, and his skin just has a completely different texture to it. This whole mask scandal was later officially debunked as a wardrobe malfunction with harsh lighting, and no further explanation given. Right, I'm sure that's exactly what it was. A few weeks later, he was featured on another online news show where he was confronted about the mask allegations, and he had this to say.
You broke the internet, known as Mask Man. Can you pull on your face or something for me, sir? What was going on there?
Grant, it's just a distraction from the important subject we want to talk about Iran. Focused on that problem with the president. He's got a challenge on his hand. Got a
Admiral, hold on a second. You realize if you answer like that, this is going to send the internet into the stratosphere. If you don't tell me what was going on, just tell me something so I can let the internet be happy and then we can move on here.
Grant, the internet's not my problem. Okay, I'm here to talk about Iran. Where we are with Iran.
Hold on, real quick. Can you just give me a tug and then I'll move on?
Grant,
one little tug.
No, you're not going to get anything out of me. I'm not going to justify any of that.
Right. The host is absolutely right. His deflection of a response does nothing but further fuel the rumors that this was a video of someone else wearing a mask to look like him, meaning the media could literally have anyone say anything they want them to say. And the person saying it doesn't even need to be there or be alive for that matter, or they might have never even existed to begin with. Anyway, this is just really strange. I think everyone on Earth can agree that this looks like a mask. And I honestly can't think of any other explanation for it, but who knows? Maybe it was just a lighting glitch.
That ain't a lighting glitch. That is a fudder mudding mask. And it's been put there on purpose. Just like everything else has been released. There's no way they'd be giving us all this information in bits and bobs unless they want us to know. So that brings to me that this is, both sides hopefully working together for good, maybe, hopefully. That's the positive. If it's bad, then, it's probably too late anyway to make any difference. But if it's good, it's because they are trying to wake everybody up, and they're doing a good job because it is an absolute shizzle show. And like Donald Trump says, everybody looks like they're central casting and they act like they're playing a character, and they're really bad actors too.
This is what those kids think they're hearing on those headsets. And this is what they're really hearing.
Conform. Free will is overrated. Jump on the bandwagon.
Hey, we heard like a really strange background track, and we were wondering whether or not you knew what it was all about. I'll be right back. Take a Chevy to the living. What the? Go.
Look, USWR,
You know what was going to happen there, didn't you? He's out off the plane. That plane ain't going anywhere. That plane will be missing.
United States water reserve will be one of the greatest wealth explosions of this century. Fresh water is the new oil. This is going parabolic.
Here's exactly what Donald Trump announced on 60 Minutes yesterday. It's already listed on Coinbase as USWR, United States Water Reserve. Almost nobody understands what happened yet. So the United States Water Reserve is all of America's water supply, all into one single asset that you can have access to right now before it gets announced. It's already shown here on Fox News that Trump allegedly announced this on his 60-minute interview, but it's tradable right now on Coinbase. Here's why billionaires have been buying into water for years. Exactly why they're going to buy the heck out of USWR. The United Nations just hours ago warned us that AI will drink as much water as 1.3 billion people by 2030. This is everywhere right now. Here's where the media is not telling you. Trump recently went to the G7 summit event and all the leaders agreed to tokenize all of this water. It's going to be a tradable asset. It will be signed in effect on July 4th. I decided to do some more digging on blockchain. Came across BlackRock's publicly disclosed crypto positions. I see here in their portfolio they actually added USWR. Same asset that Trump is going to announce to America. This actually confirmed it for me and where I went all in. I went to the USWR.ai official website and the site confirms that Donald Trump will announce this to the American public on July 4th. This is all verifiable. You can look it up for yourself. I decided to look this on Coinbase and I found the exact one. Still very low market cap and still very low price, which means this is the perfect time to get in. But always make sure you get into the correct one because the last 4 letters of the CA are USWR. So this seems like a no-brainer to me. I definitely want to buy into water. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. But if you want the CA to get on Coinbase,
I don't know about all this stuff, but it sounds very much like money is fully monetized. Ain't no such thing as free water anymore.
comment USWR and I'll send it to you.
I consider myself a conspiracy theorist, and if you like a good conspiracy theory and going down a rabbit hole and investigating, one that you need to go down that will flip your world upside down is Hitler and World War II. Look at all the history. Look below the surface of the history. Ask yourself why constantly through it. Look at all the information out there. It will flip your world upside down because you will start questioning everything, everywhere around you. Everything we've been taught, everything we've been told. If you don't want to become awakened, don't go down that rabbit hole. But if you want to see what really is going on in this world, go down that rabbit hole and check it out. Do some deep digging, and it'll, like I said, it'll flip your world upside
Yeah, look, this is the same line that I was talking about yesterday on the video, which is, you know, if the bad guys win the war, they're not going to portray themselves as the bad guys. They're going to portray themselves as the good guys. I'm not saying that's the case at all. And, you know, I don't fully research all this stuff. You know, I scratch the surface and I get little questions and intuitions on things. And I'm very much under the impression that the world we live in is a shizzle show, and it's run by, you know, just weird people that want full control over it because they're fully monetizing everything. That's where my thinking comes from. And I don't know where it's gone wrong. I don't know, you know, there's obviously World War I, World War II. It's probably going to be a World War III, no doubt, because we live in a shizzle show. But then you can go back to, you know, biblical times and, you know, trying to piece this all together. All I'm saying is at some point, this place is clearly and obviously run by psychopaths, just as David Icke would tell you.
Just saying.
And I ain't sure if they're, you know, fully human either. Not sure on that
I
one
like
either.
them follow.
There's Thor. Could be one of the fallen angels that's still here somewhere. I did say could be.
We have extremely senior scientists with extremely high level security clearances, both in the United States and in China, who seem to be going missing. Statistically, it seems highly unlikely that all these people disappear all at once under strange circumstances. For people in markets, the concern is, okay, are we in a situation where there's an obstacle to the technological process that's so severe that people are being removed? That's a serious problem for civilization, for financial markets. The fact that it took a long time to even get any investigation is a problem for the ability of markets to discount the future. I would just leave on the table that every time someone blocks progress, whether it's refusing to process paperwork or whether it's by making threats and doing it.
Yeah, there's been blocks, progress, all and everything, whether it be, you know, alien disclosure, whether it be new inventions, whether it be powering things by free energy, where, you know, all of this stuff, it's all been blocked. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is all part of the same group that are just fully wanting to be greedy and monetize everything and want, you know, billions of pounds. Anybody with billions of pounds in the bank need to take a good long look at themselves, because they have a massive platform to be able to use a lot of that to sort out a lot of the issues in the world. And it's just very greedy people that want to be greedy, basically. You know what I mean? If I was a billionaire, I wouldn't be a billionaire. No way. Not on my Nelly. And there'd be a lot of sorted out people out there.
This should be traceable. One should be able to go back and ask, who pulled the pension from the whistleblower? Who asked for a particular outcome? Who organized either the character assassination or the actual assassination?
You know, it's about time that we start questioning how our society works in its basic form. While some people question grocery prices, I question why are we paying for food given to us by God? And don't say, well, a farmer had to grow it. Because if given the opportunity and resources, most people will grow their own food. While some people question why do we have to work 40 hours a week for a low minimum wage, I question why are we working at all? We must openly question why is our entire lives monetized for the benefit of a select few?
Monetized. Money, money, money.
We must question why it costs tens of thousands of dollars to come into this world and tens of thousands of dollars to leave it. We must question why we have no control over our individual existence. We must all come to the realization that the life we are living is not normal or natural. But we have been indoctrinated and propagandized for centuries to believe it is. It's time to start questioning everything.
Jeff Bezos said.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me then. Like, he sees it too, and I'm sure a lot of you see it out there that we are, again, it's Shizzle Show. Like, how do we get taxed so much on everything and we're just okay with this? Like, how do we think we need a license to watch a TV? Like, it's just absolutely absurd. And that's just scratching the surface. I mean, the amount you pay into the system and to who then think that they have the way that they can just do what they want with all the taxes that's paid in and send it off to all these different countries for, whatever reasons that they're doing it. It's just an absolute shizzle show. But yeah, we should be growing our own food. We should be, water shouldn't be monetized. We shouldn't be like fruit, like they're taking all the seeds. Why on earth can we not walk down the street and have all these treats, but all these trees growing and not have fruit trees where we can get our own fruit? It's because they want to sell the fruit to you. And that ain't good enough. They want to be able to make it last longer. So they genetically modify it with GMOs or whatever else they want to do. I'll stop there.
That humans are drinking too much water and not leaving enough for AI data centers.
What?
Okay. I cannot believe that I'm actually coming on here and making one of these videos. I've seen so many Glitch in the Matrix videos, and I'm like, a couple of years ago, my husband found these. They're not your regular style bleacher seats that are out now. They're definitely an older model. He found these 2 bleacher seats at a garage sale or an estate sale, one of the two, and he bought them. I'm gonna show them to you. They look like this, okay? They're definitely used. He bought one for him, and he bought one for me. We really like them. They're just so cute. So last night, I have a bunch of cabinets that I store a ton of canned food in. Don't come for me. I'm preparing for the apocalypse. I got in there because I needed a can of something. Guess what I found in the cabinet, which is not where I store these. They're stored in the mudroom at the very top, on the very top shelf. Okay. Guess what I found in there? We did not buy 3. There wasn't 3 available. There was 2. Where the hell did this come from? In fact, this one is in way better shape. It's a lot newer. I've never had 3 of these, ever.
I'm seeing so many people having experiences of glitches in the Matrix very similar to that. There's a lot going on with this stuff at the moment. And 29th it is as the day I am recording this, and I will be releasing it on the 29th, hopefully, all going well, which is the day that CERN turned off. So I don't know what it did before it turned off, but some weird stuff going on with Mandela effects and glitches in the Matrix all the way leading up. I'd say the last couple of weeks.
That cover is actually my face after being told that I have 10 minutes to live. And that's for real. A fake missile alert in Hawaii. Yes. I was there. No. I was writing. My assistant Linda called me. She was crying. She said, we have 10 minutes left. Tried to get off the island to my daughter. I couldn't get off the island. The question was posed, should we all try to get together? I said, I don't want to die in my car. And we had to say goodbye. And I sat on the lanai and looked out at the ocean. And at that point, I started going, okay, well, what can I do at this last moment of time? And I just decided to go through a list of gratitudes. And honest to God, I could not stop thinking of wonderful things that have happened to me and blessings that I've had. So it was lovely. It was lovely. And I got to a point of grace, but about 2 minutes to spare when I found out it wasn't actually happening. And all I was planning to do was close my eyes and be thankful, because it's been a good ride.
Free memory or moment that comes.
Just that he's donkey, for God's sakes. It's just such an honor he's a legend. He's a god that wants his man, as they say. And he's a god that wants his man, as they say.
I just want to show you guys how Ariana just stares off.
So we're saying they're the fallen angels that are walking around being worshipped. It would make sense, wouldn't it? They'd be on TV because that's what they want, right? That's the kind of thing that they're after, I think. And it's something to do with like musical talent, like talents as well. That would make sense. They brought music. I don't know. It's one of the books. I don't know. I'm very intrigued in that theory, though, that the people running the show are here, like a little bit like the Greek gods. You know, there's a program called Chaos, and it shows you like all the Greek gods basically tearing around the place and controlling the world, and they're the gatekeepers of the underworld. Really good box set, but they stopped it, funny enough. Wouldn't let it have a season 2, even though I thought it was a really good box set.
There ain't nothing going on in here. Now, you guys know I already talked about Ariana's physique and how there's clearly something going on. But the fact that she's just performing doe-eyed, like her eyes are just, I'm so into, and she's just going through the motions. This is giving ultra. This is giving control. Like, she's just going through the motions. She's got no expression. She's got no life, no energy, no passion. She's watch. You know the old Ariana? She had an attitude, she had spunk, she had spice, she had a personality. This Ariana, she just likes to be doe-eyed. Just doe-eyed, and that's it. That's it. She's just like, and by the way, like, she obviously had the track on. She's just singing over the track so that she doesn't always have to sing if she doesn't want to. But there's clearly a very big difference in what's going on with current day Ariana versus past Ariana.
I think it was like what I liked about it kind of came like as like she like is like, oh yeah. I want to see what you just said written on paper.
You see? Old.
Okay, peeps. I want to know your theories. Let me know in the comment section what your theory is of who runs this world. What your theory is. I really want to. I'll have a read into what everybody else thinks and compare it with my own, and then I'll share my own. Because I do have my own theory. It might not be right, but I do have a theory, a working theory.
Ariana had a little attitude about her. She has that. Remember, she licked the donut. This Ariana, I don't think she would dare. This.
You know, I certainly think truth is stranger than fiction.
Ariana's like, whatever everybody tells me to do, yes. So Ariana did the 2 Wicked films, right? Then she had her album, right? I believe the Brighter Days thing, which Brighter Days, Memory Erasure, that's what the Britney AIs talk about as well. Like, that Britney's mom only wanted brighter days for her. It all goes back to the rehab, and I know the fans are going to say it has to do with like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. The fact that Ariana Grande was obsessed with Jim Carrey, I think, is another hint. There's a lot going on that is being exposed through.
The world is not necessarily going to end, but the Earth is going to go through a series of geological changes that are necessary to make sure it doesn't end. That's the point.
Yeah. Did I see you say that turquoise is the color? What's turquoise going to do?
Well, there is an energy that comes from a being called the Godhead, which is, I mean, we talk about God. The Godhead is not a guy with a beard sitting on a cloud. It is a massive spirit, the basis of all creation. And coming out from this Godhead, round all creation, through all the stars, through all the planets and everything else, is the life force known as the light. I mean, the Bible refers to the light. And within this light are various other energies which have certain gifts. And these other energies have a frequency that is the same as all the colors. And the turquoise actually is the same frequency as an energy called love and wisdom. Therefore, when you wear that color, you attract it. When you wear black, you attract a color that is the opposite to love and all the things we wish to bring to the earth.
But
And it attracts another kind of energy, which is very.
But this is very nuns, isn't it?
Well, maybe that's a sign that maybe all the truth is not in the hands of the traditional church that has been with us over all these thousands of years.
Well, now, let me get the story right. The press claim that you claim to be the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes, you see, the thing is that it's quite funny, really. 2,000 years ago, had a guy called Jesus sat here and said these same things, you would still be laughing. It's really, really funny that we've not really moved on that much. There have been many missions, if you like, over the last 12,000 years to try to free the earth from control by a force that is working against the Godhead. The Godhead is the basis of all love and wisdom and all the rest of it in the whole of creation. But there is another being, the Bible refers to it as Satan, the real name is Lucifer, who is trying to take over creation. And because of the very important part this particular planet plays in the whole, actually destroying this planet would be a major step forward in that direction. And therefore, for the last 12,000 years, the influence on this planet has been from this being and from the energy which he sends out.
To our senior investigators, field agents, and newest recruit, thank you for helping keep the signal alive. Until next time.